to start today with our feet about hip width apart. So your knees are about fist width, plus minus, depending on how wide your hips are. You're gonna bring your shoulders all the way down. Your arms are gonna be parallel to you, and then you're gonna hinge forward for me. So you have this hinge position. So remember with the hinge, your belly is still lifted, and you're finding a way to elongate your spine all the way out. Great, your arms are all the way down by your side here, nice and long in front of you now. What I want you to do is gently curl your spine, lifting on up. And then you're gonna exhale, recalibrate again, coming out long. So it's kind of like what we do in a seated position, but I want you to feel how you can curl your entire upper body and then open it up, elongate, still try and squeeze those ribs back together as you kiss the shoulder blades back. Good, inhaling, curl, reach. And you'll kind of notice there's a lot more momentum in the upper back than there is in the lower back necessarily, where there's a lot more space to move. So I want you to see if you can elongate it a little bit more, like kind of almost making it a little bit more of a standing cat and cow, just to allow again for the entire length to happen. Inhaling, reach. Exhale, stack, curling just a tiny bit more. And this last time here, so you're gonna kind of over accentuate, curl, and then you're gonna gently tuck on under, open up the shoulders and find your lift here. Great, you're gonna slowly lift up your right heel for me. And as you push it down, I want you to slowly squat down, bringing your arms parallel, and then exhale back. So you're never fully straightening those legs. You're gonna inhale the left heel up, exhale it down. And again, just starting to warm up the breath, feeling the reach. And again, you're kind of sitting back into whatever seated position that looks like for you. So you're inhaling the right one up, exhale, push it down, taking it slow for now. And again, feeling how you can still lift, sit back, engage the core, shoulders are down, and then you slowly return back, arms are nice and long down in front of you. Last time, nice and slow. Inhale the left heel up, engage the core to push down that leg. Great, inhale, sit back, and then exhale back here to that long position. So now we're gonna have the inhale on the right heel up and down, and you're gonna have the exhale squat back and come up. Good, left heel, inhale up and down. And now exhale, squatting up. So we're making it a tiny bit faster, but as always, you feel free to keep it slow if you need to. Just don't speed it up anymore. So again, we're working on that breath of one, lift and lower as an inhale, engage the core, sit back, shoulders long. And I want you to check in with what's happening with the arms, right? We're not trying to hold tension in the shoulders, we're trying to elongate and keep the shoulders active, but still maintain that length all the way through the spine and the breath and the core. Good, we're gonna do one more on each side. And then last time here. Excellent, slowly coming back, and then you're gonna curl down for me, head, neck, and shoulders curl all the way down. From here, you're gonna gently stretch up your legs. Take another inhale, and then I want you to stack your spine, curling on up on 3, 2, and 1. Cool. So we're gonna bring the left leg to the side and the right leg up, right arm up. So I know that sometimes it's like like the opposite, but just listen to what I'm saying. Left leg out, right arm up, and the left hand is gonna be on your hip. Now, we're not sitting into this right hip. We're trying to have this nice and long here. You're gonna bring the right elbow towards the left knee in the center, and then you're gonna exhale it out. If you need to put that left foot down, by all means do so. If you can keep it lifted, give it a try. Now, I don't want us twisting actually. So your upper body is actually not necessarily twisting. You're trying to reach the elbow while maintaining that upper body forward facing position. For now, I want you to feel, can you lift a little bit more and feel how that left side is working, the right side is working, your right leg is nice and stable. And again, feeling how you can be lifted in one direction and simultaneously gently cross. Maybe even you start to notice that your right elbow is naturally going a little bit beyond the knee. And if you lose your balance, like I am right now, you just come back into it. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. Cool, last time here. Excellent, back to the center, changing hands. And again, making sure this left leg is slightly bent. We're not sitting into the hip, we're nice and long. And again, feeling this sensation of how this feels on one side, versus the other. So for example, I know that my left leg is not quite as stable as my right. So sometimes I need to be just a bit more mindful. Again, keeping that right shoulder. So basically your right shoulder is not moving at all, right? Inhaling, twist. Engaging the core to slowly extend. And remember to keep that space around you as thick as you need it today. Inhaling, coming over here. And again, if you find that upper body twisting a bit too much, just remind yourself to stay very forward facing. Good, one more time here. And all the way out. Excellent, all the way back. Shake it out. All right, everyone, here we go. I feel like a jazz dancer today. All right, what's gonna happen now is now we're gonna add that extra twist and we're gonna add the extra arm, okay? So right arm is up at the diagonal, left arm is out at a T, left leg is out. You're gonna gently come on over, you're gonna twist so you're bringing your right elbow towards the outside of your right knee, simultaneously opening up through the chest, allowing that back left arm to lift. And then yes, you're gonna slowly return all the way back, tapping for a moment. So you're inhaling, slowly twisting. Now you feel that difference between allowing for that twist to happen from your belly button up versus staying very much forward facing. Now again, in this position, I don't want us curling the spine. I want us twisting the spine, which means that the spine stays straight the entire time. How do we do that, you may ask? Well, it's a great question. You engage the core, you try and lift a tiny bit more away from the floor, and see if at the top you can open up your chest a little bit longer while lifting up just a tiny bit more. Great, inhaling, twist. Again, keeping all 5 toes on the floor. Last time here. Cool. Switching hands. There we go. Planes are coming in. Gently grounding in that left foot. Making sure you're not going to hit your furniture. And here we go. So you're twisting slowly, finding that reach. And then exhale, coming on back. And again, take it slow. If you need to make it even smaller, if you feel like I can't twist all the way, you twist wherever you can. And the idea here is about consistency and speed. Meaning I'd love you to try and keep the same speed moving backwards as you are moving forwards. If you find that challenging, that's okay. We've got 3 more. Again, this is not just about that standing leg, but all about that stabilization, literally through the center of how your core is holding you here. Good. Last 2. Yes, my counting is great. And again, allowing the shoulders to just find a little bit more mobility, a little bit more space to breathe, and all the way back. Awesome. Back to the center, take a deep breath, and shake, shake, shake. All right, let's do one more thing. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a wider stance now, and you're just coming on down. Remember, in this position, your bum is not back. We're kind of maybe gently tucked a little bit, but I still don't want us tucking like that, right? So imagine that you're in between 2 windows, and you have your elbows nice and close to your hips, and you're gonna come down just a tiny bit more for me. Great, so you're gonna shift the weight over to the right as the arms come up, and then you're gonna exhale back to the center, over to the left. So you're reaching on up. Now again, this amount of space that we're moving is not very big at this moment. You're basically just allowing for the shift to happen through the knees, the hips to still stay parallel to the floor, and completely forward facing. So you'll notice the hips aren't going up or down. They're basically just sliding right and left. Good. A few more like this. Reaching up the arms. Great. So again, feeling how you can reach up and then engage the core to bring the elbows back, right? It's like each move we make is still a very active choice. You still have to reach the arms up, engage the core, come all the way back, elbows tap. Great. Last one here. Cool. You're going to bring your palms down and you're going to come down a little bit more. You're going to lift your arms up so that they're parallel to the floor. You ready? Good. You're going to gently come on down a bit more, and as you come up a little bit more, you're going to squeeze them together. So you're coming down, lift on up, Engage, come on up. Now remember, we're not straightening the legs, so we're constantly active at this point. You can feel how your thighs are getting a little bit warm. You can engage the core a bit more. Feel how your glutes are active, but you're still grounding very much through your feet. Trying not to overuse any one of the one muscles. If you feel that one muscle is super active, see if you can try and engage the other ones as well to kind of alleviate that extra burn. Good, we've got 5. Great, and again, feeling how you can resist on up. Your shoulders are still happily working here. Good, we've got 2 more. Cool, last time here, you're gonna bring your arms up and just gently pulse for me. Making many pulses, feeling how long your spine can be. Maybe you bring your arms up a little bit higher. Great, maybe you wanna come down a tiny bit more. Good, keep breathing for me, inhaling here and exhale out. Good, 2 more. And last full breath. And all the way out. Great, slowly stretch, reach up the arms and then all the way back down. Cool, shake out your legs if you need to. And then we're coming into the floor. Floor time is happening. Okay. Good. Yeah. Alrighty, everyone, let's go. So we are going to start today with right foot crossed in front of the left, meaning your right ankle is rested on your left ankle, okay? You're sitting up super tall for me, taking a nice deep breath. And you're gonna slowly curl down all the way to your shoulder blades at the moment, reaching, and feeling that space here. Good, taking another deep inhale, engaging your core, and then exhale, stacking on up on 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, curling down, and exhale up. So kind of just have the support of that one leg at the moment. If you feel like you need to walk yourself down, by all means, go for it. And we're already picking up the pace with the breath a little bit. So you have this full inhale here. Exhale it up. Good, last 2. And again, feeling how the spine is already a little bit warmer from our standing series and has a little bit more space to breathe. Great, you're gonna curl down, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna stay here for me now. Good, you're gonna bring one hand on top of each other behind your head, opening wide. And you're gonna see how you feel in this position. Great, you're gonna gently lift up both legs. The right leg just stays hanging out on top of that left ankle, which means your left knee is towards you and your right knee is out. Take another breath here. Then you're gonna exhale, slowly lower down on 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, and then exhale back. Good, so again, I want you to feel how you're kind of pushing against each ankle, meaning the right ankle is gently pushing against the left is gently pushing against the right, so you're adding another bit of a layer of massage / resistance. But again, it's working with each other, against each other, if that makes sense. And again, focusing on how expansive the ribs can get. And then extend the breath as we squeeze everything back together. Good, 2 more. And then last time here. Excellent, you're gonna put the you're gonna lower that entire shape back down. You're gonna come up a little bit higher, and then you're gonna stretch out the right leg. So you're not necessarily opening it now. If you think where your knee is, your knee basically stays the same, and you're just extending that leg out, just for now. Good, so you're extending it out for the extension, coming on back for the push. So inhale, stretch, exhale back. Again, the small moves of checking in with your body. Can you control how big you make it? Can you push away with the heel? Can you extend a little bit longer without holding on to anything extra? Inhale, reach, exhale back. Good, we got 2 more. Last time here. Great, I want you to extend that leg out, and then you're gonna push it down a tiny bit, and then lift it on up. Now, what happens here is I really want you to feel how much you can engage the core as well as the hips as well as grounding through that left foot, because we don't want to move anything but the leg, which I find personally still very challenging, right? So you're trying to engage that core, just opening it a little bit. It doesn't have to be big. Push it down and come on back. Great, we've got 3, 2, last time 1. Good, you're gonna recross that leg, release your hands for a moment, and then you're gonna sit on up for me. 3, 2, and 1. Cool. So we're gonna come on to the fingertips here. Be careful of your forearms, everybody, yeah? So again, you can totally hang out here, but that's not what we want, right? We want to be all the way lifted, and I want you to hinge back again. Take it easy. If it feels too much, you can always come back down on your head, on your lower back. Great, so you're gonna stretch on out. You're gonna open up the knees and that leg, and then you're gonna come back to the center. So you're inhaling, engaging the core, hinging back, stretching, and coming on back. Now, even if you are using your elbows in a little bit of a supportive way, I just want it to be supportive. So yes, your triceps are active, but I really want you to think of this much more as a core exercise, because technically you could let go of your hands if you needed to. Good, 2 more. Last time here. Excellent. Uncross your feet. You're gonna come up to a little bit higher position, open up your knees, and just allow your inner thighs to breathe for a moment, feeling free to grab underneath your feet. And again, just wiggling your upper body for a sec. Great, and when you're ready, you're gonna slowly restack your spine, 3, 2, and 1. Finding your way back to the middle, and then the left foot goes on top of the right. Gently point those left toes. Great, sitting up nice and tall for me. So you're inhaling, curling on down, again, feeling that adjustment that needs to happen when you have one foot now different than the other on the floor. Inhale down, exhale lift. Let's get 3 more. And 2. Cool, last time here. Great, and then we're coming all the way down to the shoulder blades, one hand on top of each other. And again, maybe walking that right foot in a tiny little bit and seeing what's happened. Remember, the left knee is upward facing, right knee is upward facing, left knee is outward facing. And all you're doing is stretching it out and resisting it back. So again, if you feel like throughout this move, you're allowing yourself to open up the hip a little bit more, I wouldn't say no to it, right? But I still want you to keep that concept of the knees are level, meaning they're not going up or down, and they're still staying relatively consistent in space away from each other. Good, we've got 3 more. Can you come up a tiny bit higher? Can you expand the breath into the mat as well a little bit more? Good, and then the last time here. Cool, and then you're gonna lengthen it out, push it down a bit, and then lift it up. Super small, because the idea here, remember, your hips are not shifting. Nothing else is moving but that leg. And in this position, again, I find it a little bit challenging. Inhale, push, exhale, lift. We've got 4, 3, 2, last time, 1. Super, all the way back down, take a deep breath. Great, we're gonna come all the way back here again into the middle. And we're gonna start lifting up that right knee. And then exhale slowly, pushing it down. Okay, inhale back into the center, and exhale, push. Again, feel what happens when you have that leg extended versus both legs connected, right? You're pushing that left ankle into the right. The middle, lower back are nice and glued into the floor. That upper back is lifted. And again, you feel the support of the mat from below, as well as that internal squeeze. Good, 3 more. And 2, shoulders down. Cool, last time here. Excellent. Right foot comes down, left foot comes down. Let's release the hands, walk up, say hi, and then slowly melt down on 3, 2, and 1. Great, you're gonna circle your arms all the way down towards the side again. Palms are gonna be down. I want you to walk your feet in a little bit because we're coming into a bridge position already. So, meaning that you have to make sure that you have enough lift and enough space from your feet and the angle of your legs to support you. So you're going to inhale, lift up your bum, your lower back, your middle back, and finding that space of a reach, right? We're not up here. That's not what I want. I want that nice plank position, or like that diagonal plank of a straight line. If you feel like you need to support yourself, please do so. Otherwise, either keep your hands here or you're going to reach your arms all the way up. Take a nice deep breath. Great. You're going to lift up this left knee for me here, staying kind of in a lifted parallel position. You're going to open up that left leg just a tiny bit and then squeeze it closed. If you feel like you need more support, you can always put your hands down on the floor. Good. Otherwise, see, can you open it up just a bit and squeeze it closed for 5. Again, we're making small controlled moves here. If you feel like you need the moves to be bigger, put your hands down. You'll have a little bit more support. Good. 3, 2, last time 1. Good. Slowly float this left foot down, and then slowly float the right knee up towards the tabletop position. And again, readjust. Do you need to support? Do you want to put your hands down? Make your choice, and let's move. So you're inhaling, opening up the right a little bit. Exhale, squeeze. Great. And again, the less contact you have with the floor, the less support you have from the floor, right? So again, can you lift your arms up and still feel your shoulders down on the floor? Great. We've got 3, 2, pushing away with the outside of the leg, and 1. Super slowly putting that foot down, taking a deep breath. We're going to start to make some circles, some shape 8s. So we're going to dip down the left hip and then dip down the right. So again, you're circling and making that shape 8. So it's kind of like one hip does a half a circle, the other hip does the other half, and then you find that twisting point through the middle. We've got 3 and 2. And 1. Super. Now we're going to start on the other side. So you start with the right and then go to the left. Inhale 4. Exhale out. Inhale 3. And again, still finding that nice lift from the center. We're not moving so much that we can't control this. And again, feeling how the sides of us are working, but as well as that bum gets lifted and the knees stay somewhat parallel to one another. Kind of dancing through this together. Great. Let's do one last one. Inhaling here and exhale out. Super. You're slowly going to melt your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. 3, 2, and 1. And take a little quick break. Again, if you need to bring your feet together, if you need to open up your chest, if you need to rock side to side, if you need to hug your knees into your chest, please do what you need at this moment. And then we're going to recalibrate, finding our way back to the floor. I'm going to keep my arms up. You either keep them up or down on the floor, and you're going to lift up again. Your bum, your lower back, your middle back, coming into your bridge position. Great. You're going to float this left leg into a tabletop again. And if you're comfortable, I want you to lift it on up to a straight-legged position or even slightly bent. Great. From here, you're going to gently push on up for me and then come back to the lift. So you're not actually going down, you're pushing up and then coming back to your to your starting point. Inhale up. Exhale slowly back to the starting point. Great. You've got 3, 2, last time here, and 1. Good. Keeping it there. You're going to lower the leg down, reaching the arms behind you, and then exhale up. Only 4 more. So again, I only want you to kind of go as high as the opposite knee, and then lift it on up. If you feel like you want a little bit more, you may absolutely slowly lower, but I still don't want your whole body to shift, right? If you find that one hip is going down, then please make sure you make it smaller. Good. Last time here. Super. Slowly bend this foot. And then we're going to come down in the middle for a break on 3, 2, and 1. Snapping your spine down again. Recalibrating. Shaking slightly side to side. Opening up. Hugging your knees into your chest. And then all the way back towards the center, feeling those feet on the floor again. Take another inhale and then lifting up again. Your bum, your lower back, your middle back, and finding that lift. Excuse me. And then floating this right knee in towards the tabletop. And then stretching it up as much as you can. So 5 times we lift. You inhale, push it up a little bit, and then exhale back. Now remember, the push is coming from your core and your legs, not your back, right? Every time we move, we think about how can we not use our back, or rather not have it be the primary source of power, so that everything stems from the other body parts and our backs get strengthened at the same time, but we don't have to overuse them. Good, last time here. Inhale up and finding our way back. Great, so 5 times, lengthening the leg out and lifting it up for 5. 4, and remember you can always bend it, or if you need to take a break, just take a break. You can also hold it and not move. 3, 2, last time here. Super, right foot comes down, slowly melting yourself down. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now you're going to hug your knees into your chest, open up, and then rock side to side. Great, everyone. Soles of your feet come right back down. And let's reach the arms all the way up again, circling here, head, neck, and shoulders come up, and we get a nice lifted position. Cool. One hand on top of each other, opening up nice and wide for a moment. And I want us to lift this right knee and then the left and see how that feels for a second. Great, so we're nice and stretchy now, right? Totally. You're gonna bring the right leg up. The left leg is gonna go out. And then you're gonna come back into the center. Now the right leg is gonna go long in front of you and the left leg is gonna come up. We come back into the center. Good, one more time like this, and then we're adding circles. Inhaling here. I don't actually like to tell you what's coming next, but today I am. And then exhale out. All right, everyone, here we go. Your right leg up, left leg out. You're gonna circle the right leg around, opening it up. The left leg comes all the way to the top. You find yourself in this amazing position. And then we go back into the center. We do that on the other side. So you're inhaling the right leg out, left leg up, keeping the head, neck, and shoulders lifted, making that circle as big as you can right now, whatever that looks like, controlling it through the middle, and then back into the center. Great, one more time on each side. Inhaling, reach. Exhaling, circle around. Great, back to the center. Last time here, inhaling, stretch. And then exhale, circle it around. 3, 2, 1, back to the middle. Great, stretching up the legs one more time here, and then gently switching for 5, super slow. 4, remember you can always put your head, neck, and shoulders down if you need to. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Super. Knees are gonna come here. You're gonna roll on up for me for a moment. For a moment. It was minute and moment. I want you to actually just make some circles with your ankles, because we're gonna do some feet articulation. So just making sure all of those moments are happy. Great. From here, you're gonna roll back down. 3, 2, 1. Finding your entire body down on the floor, and you're gonna stretch up your legs. And again, you're holding onto the backs of your legs for a moment just to give yourself a little bit of extra support. Great, you're gonna flex out and then gently point for 5. Inhale, flex again, feeling the backs of your calves as you flex, and kind of allowing for that full range of motion through the insides of your feet for a point. Great, we've got 3, 2, last time 1. Excellent, you're gonna release your hands, bringing them all the way up, and then you're slowly gonna lower that right leg down and then the left. And then flex through the feet for me here as you bring your arms all the way up by your ears for our roll up. So inhaling, the arms come up. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders follow. Remember, walking yourself up if you need to, reaching, 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 and then stacking up for me here as we just take a little bit of a middle stop. Good, we're gonna circle this arm all the way around, and we're gonna tap here. And then you're gonna exhale, come back to the center. Now here I want you to hinge back again. And in this hinge position, we're gonna point and flex for 3. Inhale, point, exhale, flex for 2. And again, we're not hinging back further than we can support. Great, take a deep breath, stack all the way back up. Good, inhale over to the left. So we're twisting first, keeping the spine nice and elongated, and then exhaling, coming back to the middle. Great, take a nice inhale, lift up the core, hinge back to your stable point. And 3 times we inhale, point and flex. Inhale, point, flex it out. Last time here. Great, take another deep breath and then stack on up all the way. Cool, from here you're gonna come up. You have that imaginary beach ball, so you're coming lengthening forward like we did before with our roll up, just starting from a different position. And then rolling back down on our breath. Exhaling it out on 3, snapping down 2, finding that curl all the way on 1. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhale, lengthen, lift. Good, reach a little bit longer on the inhale. And then engage the core as you stack on up on 3, 2, 1. Starting on the left side this time. So you're inhaling, twisting. Exhale, coming on back. Good, remember we hinge back on the inhale and exhale, hold. Lengthening, reaching. You're gonna point and flex. We've got inhale, point, exhale, out. And again, we give so much love to our feet in this class because we don't always give our feet as much love as they need. So here's your moment. Stopping here, take another deep breath, and then stack on up on 3, 2, and 1. Good, super tall spine. Inhaling, twisting to the back right corner. Exhaling, engaging, coming on back. Good, inhale here, and then exhale, hinge back for support. 3 full breaths, so flexing and pointing. We've got 3. And again, see what happens. Can you find that your calves are a little bit happier? Can you find that you can lift a tiny bit more? Are you surprised that you can hold yourself here? Good, ending here. Smile for me, and then stack on up. 3, 2, 1. Remember, we sit up super tall first. We have that imaginary ball here. Bring the core up and over, reaching nice and long. Feeling how the spine stretches, hips are long, backs of your legs get a little bit of a side stretch. And then slowly come on down, exhaling out on 3, 2, and 1. Good, circling the arms around, and we're gonna come all the way up. Great. So let's come over onto the side. Yeah, I'm being mindful of the arms. Okay, so we're gonna stay here for now. And you're gonna lift up, excuse me, both heels. And when you're here, again, remember that your hips are still stacked on top of each other. Your fingertips can be in spidey mode, palms down, or in a different, less supportive position, your call. Okay, so you're gonna open up here, and you're gonna lengthen up, and then tap behind for me. And then come on up, and tap in front. So what I mean with the tap in front is it's like a super small move of coming just slightly beyond, behind, and then just slightly in front. And you feel how your right oblique already starts to move with warmth. Great, and again, if you feel like you want a different position, feel free to bring your arm in a different position. I like options. And after we do another 2, we're actually all gonna start moving the arms together. So you're gonna inhale, tap it down behind, exhale it up. Great, so let's start bringing the arm in the mix. So I want you to bring the elbow towards the knee and make that range of motion a little bit wider, tapping down behind. Inhaling, elbow to knee, and exhale, tapping down in front. So you'll notice there's kind of like a parallel feeling when you come into the middle, and then there's like a diagonal feeling away when you come behind. Great, so you're finding that nice reach. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. And again, seeing where you can extend a little bit more. Can you maybe lift your lower body, or the lower body, excuse me, the part of your body that's on the mat. Instead of melting completely down, do you think you can lift it up just a little bit? Great, and we're coming back to the center for a moment. Cool, and then you're gonna bring the heels back together and the arms are nice and long for me. And then you're gonna bring the knee down and open it up. So I want you to make kind of quarter circles, maybe even half circles, if you can make it that big. No, it's like a quarter circle. Finding your way, you're pushing it down, so you're kind of rotating the hip in the socket and allowing for that openness. If you feel like keeping the lower leg is too much, you can always put it down on the floor. It makes the range of motion a little bit bigger, but you don't have to hold the bottom leg. So you can decide what you need. Okay, we're gonna do 5, 4, 3, keeping reaching wherever you are. And again, you can always put your hands down for 2. Last time, 1. Super, I want everything to slowly come down, slowly close, And then come back into the center for me. Great, we're gonna swing our legs around and go straight over onto the other side. So I kind of walk you through options. So remember, the options are just there in case you feel like, I need to change something up, right? You don't have to change anything, but variety is the spice of life. So let's make that happen. Good, so again, your hips are stacked one on top of each other. You're lifting up both heels for me. And everyone's gonna start in somewhat of a supportive position so you feel what's happening first. Again, so you're opening up that top knee, lifting it a tiny bit off the bottom foot. And then you're slowly lowering it behind, again, checking where your range of motion is. Do you feel like your hips are moving? If they are, you still need to make it smaller, right? If you can feel like you can reach behind without shifting your weight, then go for it. You can always make it bigger. Great. So again, finding a nice position for your arm that feels comfortably challenging. You can always change it. I do like change. I don't get stuck too much in one position, right? It's also like nice just to see how it feels. Maybe you're surprised and you're like, wow, this feels so much better than I thought it was going to feel. And again, just bringing your awareness now to where is your body starting to talk to you? So what body parts are starting to feel warm? Are you feeling tension anywhere? Can you lift up that bottom leg a little bit more? Can you extend the range of motion a little bit more through the hip socket? Good, let's do one more full round here. And then we're gonna start adding the arms. Great, so we're coming through the middle, tapping, and then reaching as we lower. Again, the speed here is intentional and slow. I'm not looking to run any races right now. But I do want you to feel how no matter how you're moving, everything is moved with an active sense of intention. Good, inhale, coming in towards the middle. Exhale, reaching behind. Great, and again, finding that space where you feel like, all right, all of my body parts are working together as best as they can. Almost done. Inhaling here, exhale, reach and tap. And then the last time. Super, coming all the way back to the center, and then slowly lowering down, 3, 2, and 1, and finding your way back towards the floor. Okay, everyone, let us come over for a little bit onto all fours. So again, be mindful of how this feels, making sure that nothing is getting overused, and let's see how it goes. All right, so the right knee is gonna stay down, and you can tuck those toes if you need to. The left leg is gonna come all the way up, and you're gonna lift it parallel to the floor. Great. You're gonna take a nice deep breath, reach up that right arm for me so that we're in opposite positions, and we're gonna turn the right palm out. So we've done this a few times, but I still do love this. So you're gonna slowly reach towards the back as you simultaneously bend the left foot, and then you're gonna push that arm back for me. So again, you're reaching to reach. Your palm gets pushed forward to push back. Good, only 3 more. And 2. Last time here. Excellent, coming back down towards the center for a moment. You're gonna keep your knees together, and everyone's gonna twist so that your knees are stacked and your upper body is still forward facing downwards. Again, if this seems too much, just take a break. You're gonna gently bend the elbows back for me. And as you come up, you're gonna stretch up that right leg. Great, so you're inhaling, bending the elbows back. Exhale, stretch. So again, there is that twist from the belly button. You're still allowing the elbows to be working. You can also just hold instead of doing the push-up accent, whatever feels good. Good, 2 more times. And then the last time here. Excellent, slowly coming back to the center, taking a deep breath, opening up your shoulders, trying to kiss those shoulder blades together, tucking both sets of toes and lifting and hovering for me for 3, 2, and 1. Good, take a step out and then another step out. Coming into your full plank, holding here for 5, 4, keep lengthening out through the spine. Can you push away a little bit more with the hands for 3, 2, and 1. Good, knees come down and push yourself back. Awesome. Let's do that again on the other side. So left toes get tucked, right leg goes out and then comes into that parallel position. And remember, we're not like sinking, right? Everything is super long. Belly is lifted, shoulders are back, shoulder blades are kissing. We lengthen out through that left. Rotate the palm so it's backwards as you gently bend the right, reach with those left fingertips, and then exhale, stretch. Good, 4 more only. So you're pushing away. Exhale, resisting and lengthen. And 3. Great, and again, feeling how that breath can so much be a supportive tool. And then let it go. It's like you can let go and extend all at the same time. Excellent, coming all the way back down, reconnecting here, and then bringing your knees towards the left, stacking your toes on top of each other. So remember, you could put your hips down, but that's not what we're doing, right? You have that complete upper body twist, hips are still lifted. You're inhaling, coming on down, and then you're stretching that left leg up. And you'll notice that your hips are not actually shifting. You're stretching it up, finding that length from your position of where you're at right now. Get 3 more. Elbows still stay back. Exhale it out. Can you find a little bit more length in your spine, but just imagining that your vertebrae are breathing and kind of getting a little bit more reach. 2. Last 10 here. Excellent, everyone. Come back to the center. Put your knees down just for a moment. Then I want you to gently hover your knees for me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extending out one leg, then the other, coming down into your full plank if you can. And then holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, knees come down. And then shift your weight all the way back. Okie dokie. So let's do some mermaiding. I feel like, I don't know, I'm moving and twisting and holding. All right, we're gonna just change it up a little bit. So at this point, your left leg is gonna be in your front and your right leg is gonna be behind. If this feels very uncomfortable, feel free to grab a pillow, put it under one or the other. Again, ideally, I want both hips kind of grounded downwards. Mindful of the arms. Good. So you're gonna take a deep breath first. We're gonna actually twist towards the left as we exhale out. And I want you to, from here, I want you to twist even more. How, you may ask? You're gonna bring the right hand and just come a little bit further, almost trying to reach beyond the left knee. And then you're gonna open it up again. So it's almost like you're in a twist and you're allowing yourself to twist just a tiny bit more. And then come on back. And you'll notice that each time you twist, you can still keep your hips nice and grounded and allow for that chest to open. Great. Cool, 2 more times. Inhale, twist again, a tiny bit more. Exhale back. Hips are still grounded. Still super tall spine. Great, and then finding your way back towards the middle. Excellent. You're gonna bring the left arm down and you're gonna lift up all the way for me here. And you're gonna slowly rotate that upper body for me. You're gonna bend the knee and then stretch out the arm. So you're kind of bending, lifting up the arm a little bit and then stretching and reaching. Again, there's a little bit of a twist at the belly. We've got 3. Again, there's not that much weight on this left arm. It's really much more of your core lifting. 2. Cool, last time here. And then finding your way all the way back to the center just for a little counter stretch. And all the way back. Cool, let's change legs. So I know some of these twisting things can be kind of intense. I do love them, but the idea is to still find that lift of the twist in the front without having it kind of maneuver its way back into the back. All right, so remember, we're in this nice lifted position, arms are out. You take a nice inhale to the right. You exhale, twist and hold. Now, see what's happening. Can you put your hip down a little bit more? Remember, these hips stay down, and the twist does not have to be huge at all. Good, so you're gonna inhale, bring that left arm a little bit more to the outside of the right knee as that right arm goes back just a bit more, and then exhale, lift. Good, so again, we're still trying to keep the space that we create each time we twist, if it's possible. How is it possible? You ground your hips a little bit more. You imagine that rope kind of pulling your spine up. You imagine the breath creating more space. You know that your spine can do it from the help of your core. And you know that if you trust yourself to allow space in a supportive way, then anything is possible. Last time here. Great, and then slowly come back. 3, 2, 1, even taller than we started. How amazing is that? Good, so the right arm goes down, you gently bend it a little bit, you reach out the left leg and the left arm, and you gently twist a little bit here. Great, so you're bending and then reaching a bit more. Good, you're bending and reaching. So again, how this left arm moves actually at this moment is completely up to you. If you feel like you need a little bit more space to the side, do it. It's almost like, where do you feel like you need a little bit more space? And that's where I want you to bend, and then I still want you to reach out. Good, 2 more. Last time here, holding for 3, 2, 1, back towards the center, slowly moving through space, and then giving yourself that nice counter stretch all the way through the center. And then all the way back. Awesome. Good. Let's do some rolling. But today, because we've done so many open leg things, we're gonna stick with that. So what does that mean for you? That means you're gonna come into this nice little package position. You're gonna grab a hold of the right leg and then the left, and you're gonna keep it here. So you're gonna roll on up. And then as you come back, you're gonna switch your legs and then come up again. So you're inhaling, curling. And then as you come up, you do need to add that straight hinge spine, right? Because you can't roll with a straight back. You need to curl and lift. Good. Curling back. And remember, even if you're not going back far, or even if you feel like you can't reach your legs very far, it's totally fine. We're taking it one little roll at a time. Good. Let's do one more on each side. And last time here. Great, slowly coming back towards the center. I want you to put your head, neck, and shoulders down for a moment. And actually, I would love to try one thing for the end because I feel like it could be super helpful. So we're gonna bring our legs up and over. So we're gonna stretch up our legs. You're gonna put your hands down. Actually, if you need to, you're gonna lift your hips off of the floor. And again, you can absolutely stay here. If you feel like you don't wanna straighten your legs, you can always bend them. If you feel like you really don't need the support of your hips, or your hands rather, you can put your hands down. But I want you to see, can you keep your spine nice and long? Can you keep your neck long? Can you keep your arms long without grabbing onto your mat? And then see if you can slowly allow for your feet to go somewhat towards the floor. You don't have to touch the floor. And finding your space wherever you're at now for 3. Again, supporting yourself if you need to for 2. Last time here for 1. Great, and then everyone putting your hands on your lower back. I want you to slowly lift up your legs towards the ceiling. Again, using your core to stretch and reach. If this seems too much, you can always bend, no problem at all. Great, and then you slowly take another inhale. And then exhale through the move as you bring your legs parallel to the floor. Great, and then you're gonna release your hands and you're gonna slowly roll down on 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, bring your knees into your chest and then come on up for me. All right, everyone, you're gonna open up your knees, flex your feet, give your hands in a prayer position, dive through, wrap around, open up your chest and bring your belly back. Good, we've got 3, 2, 1, rolling back, 3, 2, 1, finding your balance first, and 2. Last time here. Excellent, knees come together, hands by your side, shift your weight forward, hang nice and long, and let it all go. And here's where we say yes to everything that actively fits our vision of what we want our life to be, and actively say no to everything else.
I meant actively say yes. Did I say that? Actively say yes to everything that we want and actively say no to everything else. Good. Take another inhale and then exhale. Roll on up on 5, 4, 3.